What's up? It's August 2021, and anyone who has talked to me in the last couple of months probably noticed that I'm talking about crypto all the time. So, I decided to make a couple videos and explain to my friends what I've learned so far. This is the first video, and it's meant for an absolute beginner. I will start by running through a couple of definitions really quickly, giving you a little bit of context for what you're about to watch, and then I will share my screen and show you how to purchase crypto efficiently, how to transfer it to a self-custody wallet, and then we'll wrap up by doing an actual transaction on-chain. Let's go. Let's start with the basics. What is blockchain? Blockchain is at its core just a list of records. Each block contains some records and a hash of the previous block. Only one block is added at a time, and it verifies all the previous blocks. You cannot go back and alter any of the previous records in a previous block. You can only add additional blocks, and hence it forms kind of a conceptual chain of blocks. Blockchain. The first and still the most popular blockchain is Bitcoin. Bitcoin uses blockchain technology to solve the double spending problem, and it created the first digital currency without a centralized authority. This is where we start talking about decentralization, which is a beautiful concept. See, instead of having to trust Chase Bank or some other centralized entity with your account balances, the public ledger contains the balances of all accounts on the Bitcoin network. Each participant has a public key and a private key. If you know someone's public key, you can see their Bitcoin balance and all the transactions they have done on the network in the past. But in order to use the Bitcoin balance in that account, you have to have the private key that unlocks it. Blockchains are secured by a couple different methods. The most popular so far is proof of work. Basically, it requires these miners to solve complex mathematical problems that take some time to be awarded the next block. Once they have the next block, they get to charge users a transaction fee to include the transactions in that block. This may be a little bit confusing, and there's probably whole books written about this that you can read in order to truly understand this. But basically, we're paying transaction fees to miners to secure the network. In a proof of stake system, the second most popular way to secure the network, users pay stakeholders to secure instead of miners, which uses a lot less electricity. And that's kind of where the future of most blockchains is going. There are also some other solutions like proof of transfer, but we're not going to get into it. That's way beyond the scope of this video, and it's definitely a rabbit hole I don't want to touch because I probably can't explain them very well. That's enough of introduction. I'm probably boring you at this point. Let me share my screen and show you how to purchase crypto and how to get that crypto in your own digital wallet that no entity can control without your private key. First, we're going to have to exchange some fiat currency, such as the US dollar, for a cryptocurrency. The easiest way to do that is to use a centralized crypto exchange. They're centralized because they're owned by some entity that controls the transactions and holds the crypto on your behalf. The exchange I'm most familiar with is Coinbase Pro. One of the reasons I like them is that they're a publicly traded company here in the US, so there's a certain level of transparency required of them. There are many others such as Binance, Gemini, and the list goes on. They all get the job done. On the screen, you can see me go to pro.coinbase.com and set up a new Coinbase account. I strongly recommend using Coinbase Pro instead of regular Coinbase to everyone. The Pro version is still free and the fees are much lower. You can also place a limit order just like in the traditional stock market. This enables you to know exactly what price you're paying for your crypto, rather than trusting the exchange to execute the trade at an arbitrary exchange rate. Once you're setting up your account, you'll be required to provide some information about yourself, including your citizenship, last 4 digits of your social, your date of birth, and a copy of your ID to confirm your identity. This is all a result of KYC, or Know Your Customer regulations. And in reality, there's not really a way around it. Once your ID is verified, it's going to happen in just a couple of seconds after I use my phone to upload the ID. There we go. My ID has been verified. We're in Coinbase Pro. We can deposit some USD. Now, the way I'm going to do this, a couple different ways to do it. You can use your bank account. You could do a wire transfer. You can have somebody else send you some money on Coinbase. I'm just going to connect my bank account and do it that way. There we go. Now we can deposit some money into our Coinbase account. So I'm going to throw $1,000 in from my Chase banking into my Coinbase account. At this point, I have not bought any crypto. It's just $1,000 just sitting in Coinbase. But once you have money in Coinbase, you can start exploring these markets. This is basically how an exchange works, very similar to stocks. There's buy and sell orders that are kind of popping up on the screen on the right and left. There's different markets, so you can exchange US dollars for all these different coins and tokens. I am going to place a limit order. So I want to buy, a couple $100 worth of Ethereum to start. So I'm going to set the limit price as 2,600, even though the market price right now is 2,800. I'm going to wait to hopefully the price will because it's volatile, it goes up and down, right? I'm going to put in a limit order for 2,600, try to buy a quarter of ETH. And when the market hits that price, this order will get filled, just like traditional stock market, basically. Okay, so we just completed step 1, which is getting money into an exchange, and step 2, buying crypto. Step 3 involves taking custody of your assets, and I think it makes sense to pause here and just offer some additional context and definitions. If you really oversimplify things a lot, there are crypto protocols which are a store of value that allow for peer-to-peer transactions. The biggest one is Bitcoin. Then there are crypto protocols which have an additional smart contract layer which allow for code to be deployed on the blockchain itself. So you can actually create like a program of what will happen in addition to just simple peer-to-peer transactions. And the biggest one is Ethereum. These are 2 completely separate blockchains. They have their own network, their own protocol, or their own set of rules that govern what's happening on the blockchain. On the Bitcoin network, you pay for transactions with Bitcoin. Anytime you want to set someone some Bitcoin, you have to also pay for a transaction fee in Bitcoin. There are no other tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain. On Ethereum, you pay for the transaction fees in Ether. If you want to send someone some Ether, you pay for the fee in Ether. And in addition, there's a whole level of smart contracts on Ethereum. So now you're able to look at cryptocurrency prices by market cap and understand what these things are, at least in broad terms. So Bitcoin is a coin with its own network and no smart contracts. Ethereum is a coin with its own network with smart contracts. Binance Coin, it's a coin on its own network with smart contracts, basically a copy of Ethereum. Cardano, coin, own network, smart contracts. Tether, token, so it's on the Ethereum network, and tokens, cannot have their own smart contract layer. They live on another network's smart contract layer. XRP, coin, no smart contracts. Dogecoin, coin, no smart contract. USD coin is actually a token, and it's on the Ethereum network. Polkadot, its own network, so a coin, has smart contracts. Uniswap, token on Ethereum. Solana, its own network, has smart contracts. Binance USD, token, lives on the Binance network. Bitcoin Cash, just a coin, no smart contract. Litecoin, just a coin, no smart contract layers. Polygon is kind of unique. It's a sidechain on Ethereum, but for all intents and purposes, it's a token on the Ethereum network. And you can keep going down this list and kind of categorize a lot of these things as either a coin or a token. And then you could draw this very important distinction whether it has a smart contract layer or not. So when we're leaving our exchange, the first crypto we buy is actually kind of important. If we want to go on a Bitcoin network, we have to buy Bitcoin and send it to a Bitcoin wallet. If we want to go on Ethereum, do DeFi, we have to buy Ether and send it to an Ethereum wallet. If I just buy Doge right now, so, go here, buy Doge, and I want to send it to a Bitcoin wallet, I don't think it will ever get there. It might actually be lost. I mean, maybe Coinbase has something in place to stop you from doing something that's silly. If I click to withdraw Solana from here and put in a Bitcoin or Ethereum address or even a Doge address, just won't get there because it's a different type of coin altogether. I think you can buy tokens, so Uniswap, USDC, those are Ethereum tokens. You could send those to Ethereum, but again, you can't send those to Bitcoin or you can't send those to Binance Smart Chain. If you buy Binance Smart Chain USD, it will be a Binance token and you can send it to the Binance network. So before we take our crypto out of the exchange, we need an appropriate wallet. We already know that there are hot and cold wallets. On my screen, you can see me go to phantom.app and click Add to Chrome in the top right corner. This is a hot wallet that is actually a Chrome browser extension, so this is how we install it. Chrome browser extensions are some of the most popular hot wallets right now. Phantom is a Solana wallet. If you wanted to use Ethereum, the most popular wallet there is MetaMask, and the setup process is very similar. Once again, make sure you're selecting the wallet that works with the cryptocurrency you're looking to transfer out of the exchange. The reason we're going with a Phantom wallet is that's going to be our first network that we're going to take a look at. It's not the most popular network, and that's why we're going to use it. You know, fees to transact on Ethereum are not low. Like a typical transaction that we'll be doing on chain can cost between $5 and $50. And I want to show you how DeFi works by actually completing the transactions. Since Solana is a less in-demand network and it is proof of stake rather than proof of work, the transactions on Solana are a fraction of a cent, and it already has some pretty awesome apps deployed that I can show you in real life. The secret recovery phrase is very important. You need to write it down, as this is the only way to gain access to your private key. You should never share it with anyone, because anyone who has the secret recovery phrase will have full control over your assets. I recommend storing your secret recovery phrase on a piece of paper instead of storing it electronically. This way, if your computer or phone get hacked, your phrase is still safe. After you confirmed that you wrote down your recovery phrase, you will actually create a password. You can launch your Phantom wallet right from the extension by clicking the little puzzle piece and bring it up. And you are done. Your public-private key pair is stored inside your wallet, and your public key is easily accessible within the Chrome extension. And we can go to Coinbase now. We can buy some Solana, and you can send it to our wallet. So here I'm buying 3 Solana, placing my order. I put a limit price, so it's waiting to be filled. I think I put $39.00 as the price. The price just dropped under that, and my order got filled. And there we go. I'm a proud owner of 3 Solana. Now we're going to click on Portfolio. We're going to select Solana. And we're going to withdraw, because we're taking it out of Coinbase. We're sending it to our own wallet. We're sending it to a crypto address. There you go. Open up your wallet. You're going to click Receive, Send from Wallet Exchange, and there we go. That's our QR code, and that's our wallet public address. We're going to copy that by clicking the copy button, paste it into Coinbase, use this address. Coinbase verifies for it's a valid Solana address, which is nice. And now we're ready to just put in our maximum amount that we can send. Actually, because this is a new Coinbase account that we just made, I just deposited from my bank account, and it's actually locked for 14 days. But long story short, I got my ways. I bought some Solana, sent it to my wallet. If this is your first exposure to crypto, you might actually have to wait 10, 14 days. And this is why legacy banking sucks. Let's fast forward to where the money actually gets into your self-custody wallet. This is one of the biggest steps you'll take in crypto. Do it. Do it. If you followed my example, you're going to learn on the Solana network. As of this recording, it's the 10th biggest in terms of market cap. Transaction fees are still less than 1 cent. And there's some really exciting apps coming to the network. In the next episode, we're going to get a ton of stuff on Solana, DeFi, liquidity mining, Web 3.0, really exciting stuff. But for now, let's just do the simplest thing we can. Let's send someone some money. So we're going to send the USDC token on Solana. USDC is backed by Coinbase, and it's basically just meant to be a tokenized US dollar. It is pegged 1-to-1 to US dollar, so it's meant to always be worth $1.00. I actually owe my buddy Mike $110 for fantasy football, dude. So first things first, we want to pay somebody. We take out our wallet, just like we do in real life. I'm going to get Mike's public address that he just sent me on Discord. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to select USDC because that's the token I want to send. I'm pasting his address in here. And first, I'm just going to send him $1. You know, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I haven't used this wallet very much. I haven't been on Solana very long. I'm learning as I'm going along. So I'm going to send this test transaction for $1. There we go. Everything looks good. I'm going to press next. I must press send. The network fee is 0.00003 cents. And whether I'm sending $1 or $10 million, the transaction fee is the same. And that's kind of the beauty of crypto here. All right, it's pending. It says sending, sending, sending. It's been about 5 seconds, 10 seconds. There we go, sent. And actually, I was on the line with Mike here, and he said, I got it. Now I'm going to repeat the process. I'm just going to send him $109 now, pay for my full $110 that I owed him. And you know what's really cool about this? It's that this is a public blockchain, right? So if somebody else in the league was like, hey, did you send Mike money? I can find these transactions on Solana scan and point to the wallets and like, look, this is my wallet, this is Mike's wallet. I sent him $1, then I sent him $109. I definitely did send it to him, and it's public. Anyone could see it. Mike can't say I didn't get the money. It's kind of amazing in that way, right? And then the other thing is, you know, me sending this one USDC and then 109 USDC. Maybe it seems kind of silly, but you are in custody of your money. So if you screw up here, you send it to the wrong address, or for whatever reason Mike can't accept USDC or whatever, the money is lost. Like, there's no one to call to complain about this. So whenever you're doing a transaction for the first time, it's always a good idea to do a test transaction before you send a big amount. And $110, whatever, it's not a lot, right? But the first time you're using a bridge to go from network to network, or you want to send a big amount from Coinbase to a network or back from network to Coinbase, and you know, you're sending something that is significant to you, just do a small transaction first, pay that extra transaction fee, make sure that it works before you go all in. Okay, so that's it for now. Hopefully you learned something today. If you haven't, I got a lot more content coming. In the next videos, I will show you how to DeFi. I will show you how to set up your own cold wallet. We're going to take a crypto loan against your crypto collateral. We're going to talk more about mining. We're going to talk about smart contract risks. We're going to talk about how to farm, how to earn interest on your assets. This is all really exciting stuff. We're even going to get into some NFTs. But anyway, the important part today was that now you have the tools to set up your own crypto wallet. After you set it up, all it takes to connect to Web 3.0 is just a click of a button. Paul, why is this important, right? Well, first of all, you're going to learn how to earn some sweet interest on your assets. And second of all, this is kind of like a revolution, man. My favorite quote about decentralization is from Vitalik Buterin, and it goes, whereas most technologies tend to automate workers on the periphery doing menial tasks, blockchains automate away the center. Instead of putting the taxi driver out of a job, blockchain puts the Uber out of a job and lets the taxi drivers work directly with the customers. I love it. To me, it's a powerful quote. The technology is still new and it's still being built, but the time to learn it is now. Let's do it together. Good night, everybody.